What goes everybody, and welcome to a new ranked video where today I'm going to take a look at some of the movies that are coming out this year. This is not going to be all, this is going to be most of the big hitters of this year and kind of give my most anticipated of this year. Kicking off my most anticipated, Quantumania, which comes out February 17th, I believe. I'm very excited about this, actually. Very, very much excited about this because I've really enjoyed the last two Ant-Man movies. And I think that this might be the best one out of the three. I don't know. I may be blowing smoke. But right now, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to doing what they do with Kang the Conqueror. I especially am excited about this because not only does it look great, it look very interesting, but it looks like a true sci-fi movie. Like it leans heavy more on the science part of the Marvel universe, and if that's the case, I'm really hoping this is kind of a peek as to what we're going to get when they introduce the Fantastic Four in the MCU, and if so, I'm very excited. Granted, I haven't seen Quantumania yet, but if it's anything I think that this is looking like it's going to be, I'm very looking forward not only to this movie, but the future of Marvel, and in particular, if the Fantastic Four is going to go this route. The next one is Creed 3. Enough said. Creed 3. I've seen the first two Creed movies, and I've really enjoyed both of those. They're much better than I ever thought they would be. I mean, as a continuation of the Rocky franchise, I never figured... I don't know. Like, Creed is a very interesting series because it's not... It's not a spin-off of the Rocky series anymore. Like, granted, it happens in canon with it, but it's become its own thing now. And I'm curious to see how it's going to be with Michael B. Jordan as the director. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to great boxing scenes in that movie. I'm hoping it's great. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. I'm looking forward to it because I loved the first Shazam movie. It was funny. It was heartfelt. Zachary Levi does a great job as Captain Marvel or Shazam. And I'm very interested to see where they take this character and the Shazam family with this movie. Because I'm still kind of confused as to who the antagonist of this movie is. I don't know if it's Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren or who it is. But I'm very interested to see where this goes. And I was kind of wishing this would tie in eventually to Black Adam, but I guess not. But, I mean, it's another Shazam movie. I'm ready for another laugh and some more heart. Super Mario Bros. The new Super Mario Bros. Movie. I'm interested to see how this goes. I'm sure all of you know about the controversial castings of Mario. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to feel as Chris Pratt as Mario. I think the marketing hasn't really made me excited about it, but the short clip that they have showed shows promise. So I'm hopefully optimistic about... I'm skeptically optimistic about this movie. And I just really hope it's good because the Sonic movies are surprisingly good. I'm hoping that the Mario Bros. Movie is just as good as the Sonic movies, if not better. Alright, next is Guardians 3, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I've thoroughly enjoyed the last two and even the Christmas special. I think the actors have done a great job really embodying these new characters that we have met in the Marvel Universe. And also, I mean, it's the last movie in this series that we've been seeing, and the last one that James Gunn is going to do before he really heads DC. So I'm really curious for that as well. And James Gunn has done a tremendous job at bringing in the whole cosmic universe into the MCU. And without it, we really wouldn't be where we are in the MCU. We wouldn't have the Eternals. We're not going to have Kang the Conqueror. In the future, we probably won't have Galactus. We won't have Miss Marvel, the Skrulls, the Krees, all that jazz, without Guardians of the Galaxy. So we have Guardians of the Galaxy to thank for that. And this movie seems like a great send-off for most of the characters that we have seen thus far. So I'm ready for a final conclusion on this. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I really enjoyed Into the Spider-Verse and have been really curious to see where this sequel takes us. Because the first movie did a great job introducing us to the multiverse, and I think because it was so successful, we wouldn't have Multiverse of Madness and even The Flash. We wouldn't be diving into the multiverse so much if Into the Spider-Verse didn't work so well. And since it did, we've got it. I'm really curious to see what new characters we're going to see. We're obviously going to see Spider-Man 2099. So, and I saw Bombastic Batman in the trailer. So hopefully my boy Ben Reilly's out there somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. Transformers Rise of the Beasts is interesting because the Transformers for me has been a franchise, at least cartoon-wise, one that I watched a little bit growing up. And then when the movies came out, I enjoyed the first one. The second one was pretty dumb. The third one was okay. The fourth one I never even finished. And then the fifth one was completely stupid. And then Bumblebee was fantastic. I thought Travis Knight did a great job, especially the opening scene. I've seen that multiple times, just wishing we had a movie like that. But I'm really curious to see what they do with this new installment. It looks like it still takes place before the original series and after Bumblebee. So I guess it takes place in the 90s, and we're diving into Beast Wars territory. So I'm really curious how they streamline that to main audiences. So really excited to see if this is like a live-action cartoon, hopefully. Well, I don't know. We'll see. The Flash has been a movie that has conjured up a lot of controversy and a lot of drama due to what Ezra Miller's done. All that aside, I just can't wait to see a good Flash movie. And from all accounts, from all the execs and everybody that's been on the project, they say it's really good. They're really proud of it. And I really hope that's the case because the Flash is a really cool character to me. He's one of my favorites. I like in my top 5 or 10, probably top 10 for sure. And I've liked some of the stuff they've done with the CW, so I'm really curious to see what they are going to do with this movie. And we're getting Michael Keaton back as Batman. Who doesn't want to see that? So, yeah, The Flash, 2023 in July. I'm super stoked about that. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm skeptical on this movie. I love the Indiana Jones franchise. I didn't hate Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, even though it was very disappointing. I'm hoping that the Dial of Destiny is better than that, but I really don't think it's going to be better than the original 3. And I say that not because I've got doubts for everybody behind the scenes on this movie and everybody working on it and everything. In watching the trailer, my dad brought up a good point. He looked at me, he said, that looks really fake. And he has a point. What made the first 3 movies so good is they were done at a time in which everything was done so practically and it felt more gritty and you really were on the edge of your seat because people were doing those stunts. And now that we've had CGI and everything, if you look at the trailer, it's very CG heavy, very much more so like the Star Wars films are. And that's kind of the vibe I got off the trailer, was modern Star Wars style in an Indiana Jones movie. So I'm a little skeptical. I want this movie to be good. It's Indiana Jones. Who doesn't want this movie to be good? I certainly do. I love a good adventure movie. And James Mangold did a fantastic job with Logan. So I hope this is a great movie. But from what we've seen so far, I don't know. I'm on the fence. I hope I'm eating my words. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. This has got to be probably my most anticipated movie of this year because off the coattails of Top Gun Maverick, I really cannot wait to see what Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie have in store for us because what they have done with the Mission Impossible franchise since Ghost Protocol has been amazing. I love the Kingsman series. I love the James Bond series, but Mission Impossible has seemed to still have some form of, they've really seemed to keep their audience, and they keep bumping up the extreme within each movie. And that's something I think that really you have to commend Cruise and Company on. I just cannot wait. When I saw the trailer during Top Gun Maverick, I was super excited. And if it's anything like what Top Gun Maverick has brought us, this movie, I think, is going to be my favorite experience, theater experience of this year. Mark my words on this. It's going to be one of, if not the greatest movie theater experience this year. And lastly, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I thoroughly enjoyed the last Aquaman movie. What James Wan has done with this series, or with this franchise, is very fascinating. He really made Atlantis this really amazingly beautiful and interesting city. And even though Aquaman is known to be this very corny character, Jason Momoa has elevated that. And I really liked what he's done with the characters in both Justice League and Aquaman, and I'm very curious to see what he does, especially since this is going to be his last time as the character. So I really want to see what they've done. They've delayed this for a year, but I just want to see a good, another superhero adventure movie that the Aquaman movies have so far brought, and I want more of that. So I'm ready for a new one. So really, that brings the end of my video. These are mainly the highlights of this year and my thoughts and everything on all the movies that are coming out this year. So what do you guys think? What are your guys' thoughts? Are there any movies I didn't have on my list I should have on my list? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I've got 2 top 5 videos, and then I've got my channel vlog, my channel update video. Please check that out. Thank you guys for stopping by. I always appreciate you guys, always. And I cannot wait to see you guys in 2023 some more.